Okay, in this context, which is in an exhibition, it's very different from in a home. But so with this one, it's all been very planned around the artists that we're representing in this gallery. So they've all been set out in groups right around the space. And it tells the story of the different artists and who they were, what they were, and why they're actually in this exhibition. So that's kind of where we start with. The next thing we look at, maybe if we look over here, is Dorothy Richardson. She was a watercolour paintress back in the 1800s. But what I do with this is I measure a wall. So all of these artworks, what I do, I start with is I measure the whole of the wall from A to B, okay, and then I place each picture in its size on a floor plan. So every picture is measured from their width, including the panels, including the labels, and the other things that I've got placed in this room, like I've got a little wee plinth set up here. So everything's been kind of thought of before anything gets hung. So with this exhibition, it was getting everything in the right place before I even hung anything. And also giving each artist enough space so that they looked well presented. So each picture is measured, so the width of each picture is measured right along, including the panels. And then to actually hang a picture, so then what I would do is I'd take all the measurements from every picture and everything and minus that from the width of the wall, and then divide the space with what is left over to give me a good spacing in between each artwork. This one was slightly different because I wanted a centre plinth, so things are a little bit more spaced out on that side as they are on this side. But within each artist, each picture has been equally measured so that they look, when they're on the wall, very, very in balance, I suppose you could call it. How I like to hang artwork is I like smaller artworks on the outsides, bigger ones in the middle. Again, it gives your eye a nice balance. That doesn't mean that you need to do that all the time, but for this exhibition it worked. I also look at colours. So lots of times I'll look at the colour of an artwork may not always work next to another one. So that could be there. With this one here, there was two landscapes, and this is how my brain works. So there was two landscapes and two floral works. So I wanted the landscapes on the outside, I wanted the floral work, which is the actual bit that's got all the impact in the centre. So I think about that as well. As far as measuring a picture, I'd have to actually show you, but what we do is we turn the picture over. All pictures are hung by the hanging points, not by the strings, and what that does is it gives a picture way more stability, and you'll always get it absolutely straight and correct. Whereas when you hang from strings and stuff, there's a tendency for it to move one way or the other. So we measure the back of the picture, and we taken together the height. So the height of the picture. So I take that measurement. I look at a guideline. So I don't know if you can tell, but if you were to run a centre line right through everything in this gallery, it would come out equal. So all the pictures are hung so that there is an absolute centre line. The centre line I've used in here is actually, because it works for me, is at my eye level. So not other people's eye level, but my eye level. My eye level is 1.5 metres. So everything here, the centre line of that is at 1.5 metres.